Let's walk on the wise path.
Welcome to the video on 10 life lessons from the Stoic Master Seneca. Stoicism Seneca. Stoicism Seneca was a Stoic philosopher and rhetorician who counselled Emperor Nero. He is often credited with rendering Stoicism more accessible to a larger audience. Stoicism is a school of Hellenistic philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium in Athens in the early 3rd century BC. Even though it is over 2,000 years old, more and more people are discovering how Stoicism is not only relevant to modern times, but can be applied in very simple yet strong ways. Lesson 1. Challenge your mind every day. Seneca believed that the mind is a muscle that needs to be exercised daily. Just like how we need to work out to keep our physical bodies in shape, we need to challenge our mental faculties to keep our minds active and engaged. This means exploring new ideas, learning new skills, and expanding our knowledge in whatever way we can. One way to challenge our minds is to read widely and diversely. By exposing ourselves to different perspectives and ideas, we can broaden our understanding of the world and develop our critical thinking skills. We can also try new activities and hobbies that challenge us mentally, such as learning a new language or taking up a musical instrument. Another way to challenge our minds is to engage in meaningful conversations with others. By having discussions about important topics, we can learn from other people's experiences and perspectives and gain insights that we may not have considered before. We can also attend lectures, workshops, and conferences to learn from experts in various fields. Finally, we can challenge our minds by setting ourselves ambitious goals and working towards achieving them. Whether it's starting a new business, writing a book, or learning a new skill, having a clear goal in mind can give us a sense of purpose and direction and motivate us to keep pushing ourselves to grow and develop. By challenging our minds every day, we can stay mentally sharp and focused and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. So take a step outside your comfort zone, try something new, and see where your mind can take you. Lesson 2. Take care of your well-being. Seneca believed that taking care of our well-being is critical to living a fulfilling life. This means prioritizing our physical, emotional, and mental health. When we neglect our well-being, we not only harm ourselves, but also those around us. Therefore, we must make self-care a priority in our lives. Physical health is an essential aspect of our well-being. Exercise is one of the most effective ways to maintain our physical health. It not only helps us stay fit, but also improves our mental health. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. A regular exercise routine can help us reduce stress and anxiety, improve our sleep, and boost our energy levels. Additionally, eating nutritious food and getting enough rest are also critical to maintaining our physical health. Mental health is another critical aspect of our well-being. We need to prioritize activities that help us maintain our mental health. Meditation, for example, is an excellent way to reduce stress and anxiety and improve our mental clarity. It helps us develop mindfulness and awareness, which can help us stay grounded and focused. Additionally, spending time in nature, practicing gratitude, and engaging in creative activities can also improve our mental health. Emotional health is the third aspect of our well-being that we need to prioritize. Emotional health involves understanding our emotions, managing them effectively, and building healthy relationships. We need to cultivate emotional intelligence, which involves recognizing and regulating our emotions and empathizing with others. By doing so, we can build better relationships with those around us and live a more fulfilling life. Taking care of our well-being is critical to living a fulfilling life. We need to prioritize our physical, emotional, and mental health by engaging in self-care activities regularly. By doing so, we can not only improve our own well-being, but also make a positive impact on those around us. Remember, self-care is not selfish. It is essential for our well-being and the well-being of those we love. Lesson 3. Eat when you're hungry, sleep when you're tired. Seneca's third lesson is one that we often overlook in our busy lives. He encourages us to listen to our bodies and take care of our basic needs. It may sound simple, but how often do we neglect our hunger or push ourselves to work late into the night? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget about our basic need. We may feel guilty for taking a break or worry that we're not being productive enough. But neglecting our basic needs can have serious consequences for our health and well-being. When we're hungry, our bodies are telling us that they need fuel. We need to listen to this signal and nourish ourselves with nutritious food. Eating when we're hungry can help us maintain a healthy weight, improve our energy levels, and boost our mood. On the other hand, neglecting our hunger can lead to overeating or making unhealthy food choices later on. Similarly, when we're tired, our bodies are telling us that they need rest. We need to listen to this signal and get enough sleep to recharge our batteries. Getting enough sleep can improve our mood, boost our immune system, and help us stay focused and productive during the day. On the other hand, neglecting our need for sleep can lead to exhaustion, irritability, and poor decision-making. By listening to our bodies and taking care of our basic needs, we can maintain a healthy balance in our lives. We can prioritize our health and well-being and prevent burnout and exhaustion. So the next time you feel hungry or tired, don't ignore it. Take a break, nourish yourself, and feel the benefits of giving your body what it needs. Remember, taking care of our basic needs is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's a vital part of living a fulfilling and meaningful life. So let's prioritize our health and well-being and listen to our bodies. Our minds and bodies will thank us for it in the long run. Lesson 4. Don't rely on external validation. Seneca believed that true happiness comes from within and that we should not rely on external validation to feel good about ourselves. Instead, we should focus on our own internal sense of purpose and fulfillment. Too often, we look to others for validation and approval. We seek out likes, followers, and compliments to feel good about ourselves. But this is a fleeting sense of happiness, one that relies entirely on the opinions of others. True happiness, according to Seneca, comes from within. We need to cultivate our own sense of purpose and fulfillment and not rely on external validation to feel good about ourselves. So how do we cultivate this internal sense of purpose and fulfillment? Seneca believed that we need to focus on our own personal growth and development. We need to identify our own values, beliefs, and goals and use them to guide our decisions and actions. By doing so, we can live a life that is true to ourselves and find true happiness and fulfillment. One way to cultivate our internal sense of purpose and fulfillment is to engage in activities that align with our values and goal. For example, if we value creativity and self-expression, we can take up a hobby that allows us to explore our creative side, like painting or writing. If we value helping others, we can volunteer at a local charity or donate to a cause we care about. By engaging in activities that align with our values and goals, we can feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment in our life. Another way to cultivate our internal sense of purpose and fulfillment is to practice self-reflection and self-awareness. We need to take the time to reflect on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors and understand how they align with our values and goals. By doing so, we can identify areas where we need to grow and develop and take steps to make positive changes in our lives. Finally, we need to learn to be comfortable with ourselves and our own company. We need to be able to enjoy our own thoughts and feelings and not rely on the opinions of others to feel good about ourselves. By developing a strong sense of self, we can cultivate our internal sense of purpose and fulfillment and find true happiness and contentment in our life. Seneca believed that true happiness comes from within and that we should not rely on external validation to feel good about ourselves. We need to cultivate our own internal sense of purpose and fulfillment and live a life that is true to ourselves. By doing so, we can find true happiness and contentment in our lives and make a positive impact on the world around us. Lesson 5. Master the art of being content. Seneca's 5th lesson is about mastering the art of being content. In our fast-paced world, It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success, wealth, and power. We're bombarded with images of perfect lives, perfect bodies, and perfect relationships, and it's easy to feel like we're not measuring up. But the truth is, happiness and fulfillment do not come from external factors. They come from within. Being content means finding happiness and fulfillment in the present moment. It means not being overly concerned with external factors that we cannot control, such as the opinions of others, our social status, or our material possession. Instead, it means focusing on the things that truly matter, such as our relationships, our personal growth, and our inner peace. One way to cultivate contentment is to practice gratitude. By focusing on the things we have, rather than the things we lack, we can develop a sense of appreciation for our lives. We can take the time to reflect on the people and things that enrich our lives and express our gratitude for them. By doing so, we can cultivate a sense of contentment and joy in our lives. Another way to cultivate contentment is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment without judgment or distraction. By focusing on the present moment, we can let go of our worries and anxieties about the future and find peace and contentment in the here and now. We can engage in mindfulness practices such as meditation, yoga, or Tai Chi to help us cultivate this sense of peace and contentment. Finally, we can cultivate contentment by living a life that is true to ourselves. This means identifying our own values, beliefs, and goals and using them to guide our decisions and actions. By living a life that is true to ourselves, we can find a sense of purpose and fulfillment that comes from within. We can live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling and find contentment in the knowledge that we are living a life that is true to ourselves. Mastering the art of being content is about finding happiness and fulfillment in the present moment. It means not being overly concerned with external factors that we cannot control and instead focusing on the things that truly matter in our lives. By practicing gratitude, mindfulness, and living a life true to ourselves, we can cultivate a sense of contentment and joy in our lives that comes from within. So take a step back, breathe deeply, and find contentment in the present moment. Lesson 6. Live a life of service to others. Seneca believed that living a life of service to others is one of the most meaningful things we can do. By helping others, we can find purpose and fulfillment in our lives and make a positive impact on the world around us. Living a life of service to others means putting the needs of others before our own and finding ways to contribute to the well-being of those around us. It means being kind, compassionate, and generous and finding joy in making a positive difference in the world. There are many ways to live a life of service to others. We can volunteer at a local charity, donate to a cause we care about, or simply offer a helping hand to someone in need. We can also find ways to incorporate service into our daily lives, such as by being kind to our neighbors, offering support to our friends, or simply smiling at strangers. Living a life of service to others not only benefits those around us, but it also benefits ourselves. By helping others, we can find purpose and fulfillment in our lives and develop a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the world around us. We can also build stronger relationships with those around us and find support and encouragement when we need it most. So if you're looking for a way to find purpose and fulfillment in your life, consider living a life of service to others. Find ways to contribute to the well-being of those around you and see how it can transform your life in ways you never imagined. Remember, even small acts of kindness can make a big difference in the world around us. Living a life of service to others is not just a way to make the world a better place. It's also a way to make our own lives more meaningful and fulfilling. By helping others, we can find purpose and joy in our lives and make a positive impact on the world around us. So go out there and find ways to serve others and see how it can transform your life for the best. Lesson 7. Embrace the challenges that life presents. Seneca's 7th lesson is a reminder that life is full of challenges and we should embrace them with open arms. He believed that by facing challenges head-on, we can develop resilience, strength, and wisdom that will serve us well throughout our lives. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when we're faced with adversity. We may feel like giving up or running away from our problems. But according to Seneca, this is the time when we need to be the strongest. We need to face our challenges head on and find ways to overcome them. One way to embrace the challenges that life presents is to approach them with a growth mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, we can see them as opportunities for growth and learning. We can ask ourselves, what can I learn from this experience? How can I grow from this? By reframing our mindset in this way, we can turn challenges into opportunities for self-improvement and personal growth. Another way to embrace challenges is to seek out support from others. We don't have to face our challenges alone. We can reach out to friends, family, or professionals for help and guidance. By building a support network, we can feel more confident in our ability to overcome challenges and find the strength to persevere. Finally, we can embrace challenges by cultivating a sense of gratitude for the lessons they teach us. Every challenge we face is an opportunity to learn and grow. By approaching our challenges with a sense of gratitude, we can find meaning and purpose in even the most difficult of circumstances. Embracing the challenges that life presents is not always easy, but it is essential for our growth and development. By facing our challenges head-on, we can develop resilience, strength, and wisdom that will serve us well throughout our lives. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember Seneca's wisdom and embrace it with open arms. You never know what opportunities for growth and learning it may bring. Lesson 8. Find stability and provide it for others. Seneca believed that finding stability in our own lives is critical to living a fulfilling life. By doing so, we can provide stability for others as well. This involves building strong relationships with others and being a source of support and strength for those around us. Stability is an essential aspect of our lives that often goes overlooked. In a world that is constantly changing and evolving, it can be challenging to find a sense of stability and security. However, Seneca believed that finding stability is critical to living a fulfilling life. Finding stability starts with building strong relationships with others. We need to cultivate meaningful connections with the people around us and develop a sense of community. This means being there for others when they need us and offering our support and strength when they are struggling. By doing so, we can create a sense of stability in our lives that comes from our connections with others. Another way to find stability is to develop a strong sense of purpose and direction in our lives. We need to identify our own values, beliefs, and goals, and use them to guide our decisions and actions. By doing so, we can create a sense of focus and direction in our lives that can provide a sense of stability and security. Finally, we can find stability by developing our own personal philosophy. This means exploring our own values, beliefs, and goals, and using them to guide our decisions and actions. By doing so, we can create a framework for living our lives in a way that is meaningful and fulfilling to us. Providing stability for others is also an essential aspect of living a fulfilling life. By being a source of support and strength for those around us, we can make a positive impact on the world and create a sense of purpose in our lives. This means being there for others when they need us, offering our support and guidance, and being a source of inspiration and hope. Finding stability is critical to living a fulfilling life. By building strong relationships with others, developing a sense of purpose and direction in our lives, and creating our own personal philosophy, we can find a sense of stability and security that can provide a solid foundation for our life. Additionally, by being a source of support and strength for others, we can make a positive impact on the world and create a sense of purpose and fulfillment in our life. Lesson 9. Strive for a life of depth, not just length. Seneca's 9th lesson is a reminder to focus on the quality of our experiences rather than just the quantity. In our busy lives, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more. We want more money, more success, more possessions, and more experiences. But the truth is, more does not always lead to a fulfilling life. Instead, we need to strive for a life of depth, where we focus on the quality of our experiences and the impact they have on our lives. This means taking the time to savor the moments that matter and to appreciate the people and things that make our lives meaningful and fulfilling. One way to cultivate a life of depth is to focus on our relationships with others. We need to invest time and energy into building meaningful connections with the people that matter most to us. We can do this by spending quality time with our loved ones, engaging in deep conversations, and being present in the moment. By doing so, we can deepen our relationships and create memories that will last a lifetime. Another way to cultivate a life of depth is to focus on our personal growth and development. We need to identify our own values, beliefs, and goals, and use them to guide our decisions and actions. By doing so, we can live a life that is true to ourselves and find true happiness and fulfillment. We can also engage in activities that challenge us and help us grow as individuals, such as learning a new skill or taking up a new hobby. We can cultivate a life of depth by focusing on the things that truly matter in our lives. This means prioritizing our health and well-being, our relationships, and our personal growth and development. By focusing on these things, we can create a life that is meaningful and fulfilling and make the most of the time we have. In a world that is constantly telling us to do more, be more, and have more, it's easy to forget the importance of depth. But by focusing on the quality of our experiences, rather than just the quantity, we can live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. We can deepen our relationships, cultivate our personal growth and development, and focus on the things that truly matter in our lives. So let's strive for a life of depth and make the most of the time we have on this earth. Lesson 10. Develop your own personal philosophy. Seneca's final lesson is one of the most important of all. It's about developing our own personal philosophy and using it to guide our decisions and actions. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success, wealth, and power. We may feel like we're on a never-ending treadmill, constantly striving for more without ever feeling truly fulfilled. But the truth is, true fulfillment comes from within, and it starts with developing our own personal philosophy. Our personal philosophy is the framework that we use to make sense of the world around us. It's the set of values, beliefs, and goals that guide our decisions and actions and help us find meaning and purpose in our life. By developing our own personal philosophy, we can live a life that is true to ourselves and find fulfillment in the knowledge that we are living a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. So how do we develop our own personal philosophy? Seneca believed that it starts with exploring our own values, beliefs, and goals. We need to take the time to reflect on what matters most to us and what we want to achieve in our lives. By doing so, we can identify our own personal values and beliefs and use them to guide our decisions and actions. Once we have identified our own personal values and beliefs, we can use them to create a set of goals that are aligned with our personal philosophy. These goals should be specific, measurable, and achievable, and should reflect our own personal values and beliefs. By setting goals that are aligned with our personal philosophy, we can stay focused and motivated and make progress towards living the life we want. In addition to setting goals, we need to take action to achieve them. This means taking small, consistent steps towards our goals every day and being willing to adapt and adjust our approach as we go. By taking action towards our goals, we can build momentum and create positive change in our lives. Finally, we need to be willing to reflect on our progress and make adjustments as needed. We need to be open to feedback from others and be willing to learn from our mistakes and failures. By doing so, we can stay on track towards achieving our goals and living a life that is true to ourselves. Developing our own personal philosophy is not always easy, but it is essential for living a fulfilling and meaningful life. By exploring our own values, beliefs, and goals, and using them to guide our decisions and actions, we can find fulfillment in the knowledge that we are living a life that is true to ourselves. So take the time to reflect on what matters most to you, set goals that are aligned with your personal philosophy, and take action towards achieving them. Remember, You have the power to create the life you want, and it starts with developing your own personal philosophy. Thank you for watching this video on 10 life lessons from the Stoic Master Seneca, Stoicism. We hope that you found these lessons inspiring and helpful. Remember, Stoicism is more than just a philosophy, it's a way of life. By applying these lessons in your own life, you can live a more fulfilling and meaningful life.